Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara LaShawn. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome or welcome back. If you're watching on TikTok, welcome to my page. This video is going to be about my 6-month weight gain journey update. I'm just going to be going into detail about what I've been doing to gain weight and grow my glutes, and also how you can do it as well. So I started my weight gain journey on April 21st of this year, and I am still currently doing it, but my 6-month mark hit on October 21st. I started off at 106.6 pounds, 23.5 inches on my waist, and 33 inches on my glutes. I ended at 120.2 pounds, 25 inches on my waist, and 36.5 inches on my glutes. Now my glutes were a little bit past 36.5 inches, but I honestly didn't feel like counting the little tick marks, but it was a little bit closer to 37 than it was 36.5. So to make this video as simple as I can, I'm just going to go in steps of what I would do if I was starting my weight gain journey over, so that you can go through the steps and start your journey as well. So the first thing I would do is figure out my body shape, my glute shape, and my body type. So in my previous weight gain journeys that I've had where I have gained weight and I just lost it eventually, I was just doing whatever workouts. I did have a routine, but it wasn't a routine dedicated to how I was currently shaped and how I wanted to be shaped. And I think that is why even when I would reach my goal, I didn't like how I looked, because it was not the look I was going for, and I couldn't figure out exactly why. So there are 5 different body shapes, which are inverted triangle, pear, rectangle, apple, and hourglass. So my goal has always been to have an hourglass figure, and that is why when I was working out and I was just doing whatever workouts, I couldn't figure out what to do because I was not working out for my body shape. I have an inverted triangle body shape, and I was doing my upper body as much as my lower body, which is a big no-no for inverted triangle body shapes, because naturally we already have a bigger upper body. So if we're working our upper body just as much as our lower body, it's not going to even out the way that you want it to if you're trying to get an hourglass figure. So your routine definitely should be based off your body shape and also your glute shape, as far as what shape you want for your glutes. Glute shapes, there are also 5 shapes, which is round, heart, square, V-shaped, and A-shaped. I have A-shaped glutes, and A-shaped is kind of similar to heart-shaped, but the cheeks aren't as round. So that's why my glute routine was mostly based off filling out my cheeks a little bit more, which is the hip area, and also lifting the lower portion of my glutes, because A-shaped glutes also carry a lot of fat in the lower portion. As far as body type goes, there are 3 different body types. I do have videos on my TikTok on how to figure out all 3 of these things. It is in my how-to playlist on my page. So after figuring out all of that, I would then figure out my goal, and I would get specific about it. Previously, when I've gained weight, I just had a goal weight in mind, and that was it. But then I got to that goal weight, and I still didn't like how my body looked. So this time I had an inch goal in mind and also a weight goal. So my current goal is to get to 38 inches on my glutes, and then I'm going to go from there as far as if I want to get a smaller waist or anything like that. So my waist is still pretty small compared to the rest of my body, so I'm not really worried about it right now, but if my body shape was different, it would be something that I need to focus on as well. The third thing I would do is either make or buy a routine based off my body shape and my glute shape. So there are creators that have ebooks up here that come with workouts, and you don't have to make them, or you can just search TikTok, Google, YouTube, and make a routine yourself. There's a lot of free information on the internet, but if you don't want to spend time doing that, I would recommend just buying a program from someone. I have a glute program available, and I do have a full body program based off body shapes and glute shape coming out on November 1st. So if that is something that you would be into, I would definitely check that out. I have been working on this for almost a year now, just trying to make sure it was perfect for you guys, and I'm so excited to release it, and I really hope it helps some of you. I know my glute guide has been helping a lot of people, and I'm so happy with everyone's progress. I'm glad to get messages of people telling me that it works, so I'm happy for you guys, and I can't wait to work with more of you. The next thing I would do is figure out my maintenance calories so that I can figure out what my surplus should be. So if you are trying to grow your glutes, you should be at a maintenance calories doing a body recomp, or you should be bulking. It is very hard to grow your glutes if you are in a deficit, only if it's a large deficit. If it's a small deficit, then it's fine, because that is a body recomp. You can do a small deficit to maintenance calories for a body recomp, but it needs to be that, or you need to be in a surplus. To me, it is easier to do a surplus and then a body recomp, so I do recommend that, but also it does depend on your body shape, on what you should be starting off as. So I do go into depth about that in my ebooks as well. But like I said, this information is all on the internet. You can go and figure it out. As far as body recomp, like I said, you should be either in a slight deficit, so 200 to 300 calories from your maintenance, or you can be in a surplus, which is about 500 to 1,000 calories over your maintenance calories. So the next thing I would do is take before pictures, weight, and measurements. I have already talked about on my page about how I feel like measurements are important, not just weight. So measurements will help as far as showing if you're making progress or not. That's why I take my measurements once a week to know if I need to adjust anything. I did hit a plateau in my weight gain journey around month 4, and that's when I realized I needed to change my workout because my body was getting used to it, because I wasn't seeing progress for about like 3 weeks, almost a month. So, and as soon as I changed my workout, that's when I gained a half an inch in a week. So I think measurements are important as far as knowing when to change your workout, and also to know if something needs to be changed as far as like you're not eating enough, or maybe a workout isn't working. So I definitely recommend taking measurements. So get a measuring tape and take those measurements for your glutes, your waist, and also your upper body if that is something that you need to do. Another thing I would recommend is keeping track of the weight you use in the gym, because eventually you're going to have to up that weight, and it's kind of hard to remember, at least for me, what weight I did the last time I did an exercise, because each day I do a different routine. So I'm not doing most of the same exercises every day besides Wednesday. So I do recommend keeping track of the weight you use. I usually just write it in my notes with my workout plan. I just write that I used this amount of weight and did this amount of sets, and then each week I just go back and look at it and figure out if it needs to be changed for that week or not. Something else I would recommend is to adjust your workout plan after 12 weeks. So the reason I reached a plateau and I didn't see progress for a while is because I forgot to change my workout. Your body gets used to weight and exercises, so if you're not changing those things, you can reach a plateau and not see progress, even if you're doing everything right. So with my plateau, all I did was change about 2 to 3 exercises within my routine, and that's how I started seeing progress again. I did similar exercises to what I was already doing that worked the same muscle. It was just a different exercise. So going into things I ate, because that was a very common question. So I eat about the same thing every day for breakfast and lunch, and then my dinner just changes weekly. I meal prep on Sundays, and for breakfast, I always eat oats, some type of oats. I'll do cookies and cream, strawberry cheesecake, apple cinnamon, just some type of oats, because I like oats and I'm not really an egg person. So anything else just kind of gives me the ick, and that's the only way I can really eat breakfast is if it's overnight oats or oatmeal. For lunch, I've been doing a pasta salad. So I either do chicken or rice, and I eat that every single day. I know some people might have an issue with eating the same thing every day, but I don't. I don't get bored with it or anything. I just eat it. I just like to eat things that I know I'm going to actually finish, because that's my problem with eating. If I don't like the food, I'm not going to eat it, and then I just won't eat at all. So I just make things that I know I like, so I just stick to that and eat that throughout my journey. Eventually, I'll change it up and see what other stuff I like, but for now, I'm just eating the same things. For dinner, I usually do some type of rice with a protein. So I don't do chicken unless I am making salmon for my lunch. So I don't eat the same protein for lunch and dinner. I make sure I change it. But other stuff I eat is steak. I don't do pork often, but sometimes I do. I do ground turkey a lot. I like ground turkey over ground beef. And then I think that's about it. So I basically rotate between chicken, turkey, salmon, steak, and that's about it. So I just do that with rice and some type of vegetable like broccoli or asparagus. I just kind of keep it simple, because like I said, if I don't like the food, then I'm just not going to eat it, and then I won't eat, and then now I'm not meeting my calories. So for the protein powder I use bulk 1340, and I don't use a full serving. What I do is I'll split up the serving. So I have 1 scoop in the morning as soon as I finish my workout. I have 1 scoop after I eat lunch, and then I have 2 scoops before I go to bed. And I use almond milk mixed with water to make it less thick so it's easier for me to finish. So I do definitely recommend that. If you're getting protein powder and you're using just milk and you feel like it's too thick to finish, I do recommend using half milk, half water. It will take away some of the calories because you're using half water, but it is easier to finish rather than it being just milk. Another thing that I do is take creatine every day. I actually haven't taken creatine in about a week, so I have to start it again tomorrow. I just kind of forgot. I don't think it's a necessity as far as like growing your glutes, but I think it does help because it helps with muscle recovery. But I don't think you need it. But if you want something to give you that extra boost, I would recommend it. This is the kind that I take. I just take the blue raspberry flavor. I take it in the morning after my workout, and I just take a shot of it. I don't take it with the recommended amount of water because I just drink that water throughout the day, and I just want to get it over with because creatine is kind of nasty if I'm being honest, but it does help a lot. But that is all I have for you guys for this video. I do an updated video once I reach my glute goal because that will be when I'm going into a body recomp instead of being in a surplus. So I'm gonna do an updated video and explain to you guys what I'll be doing different from my bulk and my body recomp as far as how I'm gonna keep my glutes and get my waist a little bit smaller while I'm doing that. But that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will definitely answer when I can. And don't forget to check out my website. I have a lot of information up there, and also my programs will be up there as far as my glute guide. I have a body shape and glute shape analysis. If you can't figure out based off the information I give on my TikTok, I can look at it for you and give you an answer. And then I have my one-on-one coaching. I have 4 spots available for that. And also my new programs will be out on November 1st. But that is all I have for you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.